Today I'm going to be reviewing my 2013 Camaro SS, and it does have Speed Engineering Longtube headers, cold air intake, and it is running no cats right now, so it's not stock. It was stock for about a good 500 miles. But yeah, let's get right to it. So to start off, I got this car about a month and a half ago, and I've absolutely loved it so far. It's been great. I haven't really had too many problems, but the ones I did have, I'll get into that later in the video. The options, this is a 1LE, a 2013 2SS 1LE, so all the options of a 2SS, and then add the 1LE package on, which is just upgraded brakes, suspension, 391 gear ratio, and strut tower brace, Z01 wheels, and then a few blacked out spoiler. I'm supposed to have a blacked out hood, but mine doesn't have it, but that's a whole other story. So I paid about $19,500 for this car, and it has 65,000 miles on it currently, so I figured that's a pretty good deal for a 1LE. And this car's it's been real good so far. One thing I did notice about it immediately was how long the gears are. You know, first gear can take you all the way to 50 or 60 if you wanted to, and I'm just not used to that. Like that's one thing that really caught me off guard. And then the throw in the shifter is pretty long as well, so where you can power shift in other cars without a short throw shifter, in this one you kind of have to granny shift it. So that's definitely one mod I'll have to do in the future. But the car, I mean, other than those two things, which really aren't a problem, drives amazing. You know, with the 1LE package, it handles very good. I actually feel like this car would drive great on back roads, but here in Texas we don't have many. So gas mileage on this car is not bad at all. You know, if you're buying one of these, you probably don't care about gas mileage, but if you're daily driving this, if you're buying any kind of Camaro SS, any 5th gen Camaro to daily drive, then gas mileage won't be a problem. Unless you're expecting it to be a Prius, but I mean, come on, you're buying a Camaro. You're not buying a car for gas mileage. But it is good enough to daily drive. Which leads me into the next thing, which is daily driving the car. If you do want to daily drive this, it's definitely possible. A few things that people talk about are division in this car, and that is true, but it's not as bad as people make it seem. One thing you will have to know though is looking over your right or left shoulder, the pillars are going to block your vision. You won't be able to see anything. Just don't even do it. Use your mirrors the best you can and drive accordingly. And then two more blind spots are, you know, looking, if you're making a right turn, trying to look over that shoulder to see a curb or something, you won't be able to see it. Even on the left side, same thing. The field of view is not as big as most cars, so it kind of crops it out. Vision is the main thing you have to adjust to with any Camaro. One thing I will say, that the LS3 engine is definitely the reason I bought this car, and it has not disappointed me one bit. You know, it has torque through any gear. And this car is pretty fast. But the main a good thing about this car is, one, the LS3 is very powerful. Very reliable. I haven't had one problem with this car since I've got it, you know. We'll see what the first problem ends up being, but it's held up pretty good so far, even though I've owned it probably for about 1,500 miles, maybe 2,000. But this car it's extremely reliable. I already know it's extremely reliable. You can look at other people's long-term reviews of the LS3, how good of a motor it is, and you'll be able to see why people love this car so much and this engine. You know, it's the same engine that came in Corvettes, but nevertheless, it is a great engine. If you're looking for an engine that's a good platform to build on, then the LS3 is probably one of the best. If it's up there with one of the best engines to build on. Any LS motor loves breather mods. Intake, exhaust, and a tune to get you a lot more power than you would out of most cars. It's very common for these cars to make 450 and 500 with just bolt-on. And on top of that, the appearance of this car is great as well. Anything you can think of, there's an option for it. This car is very nice to me. I feel like it's nicer than a lot of or pretty much any of the other cars that came out that were competing against it in the same year range. That's about it. So yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, and turn that bell on, because I will be uploading more videos in the future. But I hope everyone's staying safe during this time.